Hey, Robbie here from Diecast 64. Just got done with the July races. Thanks everyone for sending in your cars, letting me race them. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully you had fun watching the videos. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I did a few things different this month. Last month I kind of had a straight on shot of the cars coming down the track. This month I kind of went to the side and tracked them a little bit down the track. Hopefully that turned out a little bit better. And I also slowed down the races this month on the videos. So we went slow motion quarter speed. So I think that's a little bit better. You get to see the races and cheer for your car. In real time, man, those cars are just flying down the track. So in slow motion, you have a little more time to cheer and see what your car's doing. And so hopefully that turned out pretty good. I do have a few plans for next month. I'm going to change the track up just a little bit. I'm actually going to raise it about 1.5 feet off the ground, so that might get it a little bit closer to that camera, so I think that'll give us just a little bit better footage. I'm also changing the actual track surface. I don't know if you noticed, but most of the track is the old Hot Wheels track with the arrows in the middle, and I have a little bit of the new track with the blue connectors. At first I didn't really like that track, but the more I've used it, I think I'm sold. So I think I'm going to convert the whole track over to the new Hot Wheels track with those blue connectors. So that probably is the final adjustment that I'm going to make. And so once we get that all set up, kind of from here on out, we should start keeping records and seeing some fast cars and being able to compare previous months, and so it'll be cool. So anyways, I'm excited about that. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the races this month, and hopefully maybe you'll do a little talking back in the comments, and yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So our feature race this month was the Cars and Trucks race. It's kind of a fun race because your total weight for your car and truck team had to be 90 grams or less, but you got to decide how to distribute that weight. The thing was, the cars raced the cars and the trucks raced the trucks, and then we kind of put their scores together to see who had the best team. So I thought it was a fun race because you kind of had to do a little thinking and decide how you wanted to distribute that weight. Saw a couple of strategies. There were a number of people that just kind of went half and half, so 45 grams or close to it on both the car and truck. There was some other strategies. Some people went really heavy on one, either the car or the truck, and then a little bit lighter on the other one, and hoping to maybe take home the first place in one of the categories, and then hopefully race well in the other category. So it's kind of interesting and a lot of fun to see how those weights got distributed, and tried to put that on the video so that you could see how people chose to go. So that was kind of cool. And a couple of things that I noticed about the car and truck race. One of the things that I noticed was that our cars actually, as I was putting in the times and speeds, did a little bit better than the truck. So there might be a little something to that aerodynamic stuff. Or maybe people just tried to load up the cars and spent more time modding those cars, and they ended up faster. I don't know, but those top times were definitely faster in the car category than in the truck category, so that was kind of cool. Another thing that I thought was interesting from the cars and trucks category was this little guy right here. Turned out to be actually really fast, and the reason I wanted to show this one off, my little girl, actually, this was her car, and she's pretty little. I don't know if you've seen her from Clara's Picks when we do Hot Wheels Pick'em, but she loves to race, but obviously she can't work some of the tools required to maybe do a lot of modding. And I know there's some of you out there that are steering clear of the modding thing a little bit worried about, you know, getting into those cars, but this is a good example. She just went in. We have a whole bunch of faster than ever cars on a rack back in our Hot Wheels room, and so we didn't have too many trucks. She picked this truck out, so she just pulled it off the shelf. We opened it up, and then we just threw some weight in the back. She was able to do that. It's a truck, so that's cool. We didn't even have to open it up. And we loaded it up with some weight, and she just put this modeling clay right here. She just covered it over with and just squished that on, and she had a truck that was modded and good to go. So basically all she did was add some weight. I helped her put a little graphite on that, and did really well, in fact, in this race. So anyways, I thought I'd throw that out there any of you guys that are a little bit worried about trying to mod some stuff, you don't have to get too crazy. Trucks are awesome. You just throw a bunch of stuff in the back of the truck and put a little modeling clay on there, you're good to go. You've got a little extra weight, put some graphite on that thing, and maybe you can get a really fast car out of it. So send some cars in for our modded race. Get involved, race with us. It's tons of fun. Even little kids can do it. So in our hot off the shelf race, we had some good competition. It's pretty cool. This Country Club Muscle ended up winning, but we had a couple of cars in coming up pretty close behind it. Rapid Responder got second. I believe this guy, this Charger, got third. So pretty cool. What I wanted to point out was that this guy was our Season 1 winner in Hot Wheels Pick'em. This guy was our Season 2 winner in Hot Wheels Pick'em this year. And this guy did very well in Hot Wheels Pick'em last year. And so if you're playing along with Hot Wheels Pick'em or even watching some of those videos, you're going to start to find out what some of the fastest cars are out there that you can get off the shelf. Another car that did well was this little guy. And so another thing that I thought was interesting is this year it seems like these tuned cars are running really fast. So that might be something to put down in your notes for next month when you're picking some of those cars off the shelf. I've noticed that these tuned cars seem to be pretty quick, and for sure check out Hot Wheels Pick'em, because we're finding the fastest cars from each year, and so that's a great resource for you to check out as you send in cars for that hot off the shelf race. So our stock race this month was super exciting. Oh, it was so close. Our first place car was this King Kenny. It beat the second place car by 1/1000th of a second. 1/1000th of a second. It's such a small difference. But if you think that is bad, so the second place car beat this third place car by 2/10,000ths of a second. Are you kidding me? That is so small. Take a second and break it into 10,000 pieces. It's two of those. Crazy. And then our fourth place car was just 3/10,000ths of a second behind. So close, so tight. Those top four cars were really close. So our modified race was pretty awesome. This was our smallest category. We didn't have quite as many cars in the modified race as we had in some of the other categories. So that's again, as I talked about, little Clara building her modified car. It doesn't take that much. Mod something up, get it in this race. Let's build up the competition in there a little bit. This split decision came home with the win. It actually won last month as well. This is a car that I built actually several months ago for a race that I sent off, and it turned out to be really fast. And I was working on a car last month, but with some of the other projects that I had going on with Diecast 64 and some of the racing, I didn't have a chance to get it finished. So I'm looking to have a new car next month in August. So I want to see your best builds. Get those sent in. Remember, in the open modified, you can kind of do whatever you want. You can send in whatever car you want. It just needs to be 57 grams or under, but do whatever you need to do. Add some weight, polish those axles, throw some weight in the back of a truck, whatever you need to do. But let's get some good competition, and I want to see that. I want to see that modded category being our biggest category and best competition. Get your fastest cars in there, do what you need to do, and let's see some speed. Hey, I hope you had fun racing with us this month. I want to see a lot of cars next month. Remember, August coming up, our feature race is the back to school buses race. The weight on those buses can be 100 grams or under, so load those things up. I'm hoping to see some super fast buses. Because it's back to school, we kind of want that back to school theme, school bus, so I want the main color on that bus to be yellow, but put some racing stripes or some flames or some cool fade on there or something. Make those things look good. If you need to put a big old engine on there or some spoilers or whatever, just make those things look good, make them fun. Back to school race, it's gonna be fun. Of course, we'll still have our open stock, open modified, and our hot off the shelf. So something for everybody. If you're still not into modern cars, send in some stock cars. Go down to Walmart or Kmart or wherever and pick a couple of cars off the shelf. Send those in. Something for everyone. Kids, grown-ups, it works. We're trying to have fun here at Diecast 64. And that's what it's all about. Just having fun, racing, friendly competition. So I hope to see lots of cars, and I'll check back in with you next month.